What do you think? What went wrong early on?
Yeah, probably, I thought our start was okay. First 15 minutes was pretty solid, but in the end, I thought our inability to defend wasn't to the level, so that hurts you. So we need to work as a club harder when we don't have the ball, and that's pretty simple. I think we're disappointed. I'm sure our supporters are disappointed with how we played. But it came down to that. We had enough inside 50s. We probably didn't connect as well as we would have liked. But for me, clearly, it's our ability to work harder when we don't have the ball will be the defining thing when you review the tape that we need to be better at.
Is there a bit of a breakdown in communication sometimes in the back line? The Saints having players who are unmarked and able to kick goals easily?
Yeah, I think you sort of get that breakdown in your back half when you don't defend to the level in your forward half and through the middle of the ground. So. It takes 22 guys to defend well and certainly to the level that we want to defend at. So really that's where you get the breakdowns and clearly you saw some easy goals in our D50. So, to the Saints' credit, they moved the ball well and scored easily from those transitional plays.
You've stayed really positive this year, Simon, regardless of the results, but you're talking about not working hard enough off the ball and you're in this sort of position potentially to end that long final streak. Are you getting frustrated?
No, because this is a part of evolving as a footy team. I think we've ingrained the way that we want to defend, around the contest. We certainly consistently get enough supply and ability to score. Now it's about how we evolve ourselves into becoming the defensive team, and clearly our game will go to a brand new level once we get that right. I've seen it as a footy club. I've seen our ability to do it. It's just not ingrained yet. And that's really our challenge. Coaches, players, we're all in it together. So we'll continue to look at our system, we'll continue to tinker with it, but really that's the next level to become the team that we want to become, and you can't sugarcoat that. That's the reality of how you build a team.
So when you say it's not ingrained, is that to do with the game plan, how they're setting up, or is it to do with just for whatever reason there might be a disparity in effort week to week?
Look, I think clearly it's probably a thing that you've got to drive the hardest in terms of the habits that you need in that phase of the game. It's really important to get right, but I think you saw the benchmark Thursday night. Their ability to do the work without the ball's incredibly impressive, and it's probably been a really defining factor why the Tigers are sitting where they are on the ladder. It's something that all clubs aspire to doing, and it's something we're still working towards.
Team balance. Contested ball's been a real strength all year, but they really hurt you on the outside today. And do you need to get more run into the side, or is it an effort thing?
No, our team's fine. It's our willingness to really work defensively, and you'll see a change in that.
Viney was amazing, but your midfield got beaten. He was amazing late. They just sort of couldn't quite get going until maybe that last quarter.
Yeah, look, I thought Vines and Gorney were outstanding. The two leaders that certainly shone the way. Jack was doing a job on Jack Stevens early in the game, and we released that, and he really got himself going. So outside of that, we probably didn't have a great deal of winners on the day. I thought those two were clearly our best players.
Gorney got 7 contested marks. It's quite extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was. He was at his best. He couldn't have done much more. He was good in the ruck, he was good around the ground, he competed strongly, he got back and helped his defence, and was a really pivotal player for us on the day.
What do you say to the Melbourne fans who say these are the kind of games that could lose us the finals? This team's only won 2.5 games, we should beat them.
Yeah, look, I understand the narrative around that. For a large part of this year, we've played some really strong footy against teams that are below us on the ladder. So I understand their feeling. We are still building ourselves into the team that we want to become, and we always said that there will still be little bumps along the way. We've lost 3 in a row. We need to start playing better. We need to start getting back into form. Doesn't matter who we play against. And I'm really confident that as a playing group and a club we'll be able to do that. So I think there's still a lot to play for. We've got a lot of belief still as a club and a team that we can fix a few of these things. And as I said a lot, it's only small margins between good form and out of form, and we're not that far away.
Is it a non-negotiable though to play finals this year after it's been such a long time and it's a lot of hype to put yourself in a good position, and now you could potentially be out of the 8?
I think 14, 15 clubs are aspiring to play finals. We'd love to play finals, but as I've said all along, we can only look what's right in front of us. And at the moment, we need to fix a few little things in our game, and I think you'll see different results coming our way. So, we need to connect better with the ball, certainly inside forward 50, and we need to work harder without the ball defensively to give us more opportunities.
How do you think it'll be? How do you think people will accept that, though, if you were to, again, fall short? I know it's still a long way to go, but...
It's a long way away.
Just as you said, the mix is fine. Garlett's playing well. Bernie went back. What did you think of the boys in the VFL yesterday, or who's sort of pushing hard?
Yeah, look, Billy Stretch has been terrific in the VFL. Bernie Vince has played some really strong footy. We've got Charlie Spargo, who was the carryover today. So we've got some guys pushing. Our key defenders, in the VFL play well, Declan Kelty and Sam Frost. So opportunities will present themselves. And we're really glad that our VFL team's playing to a really high standard, so it gives us some options. So, there's some opportunities that will present themselves.
Sam Weedham, how did you rate his game?
Yeah, look, Weed came in really good form. He came in on the back of 7 goals. He was marking the ball. I thought he certainly launched at the ball well today. He got his hands to a few. He probably just didn't take them. So it's a matter for him of just grabbing his opportunities.
Do you feel like he's really close to having that breakout game at AFL?
Yeah, he's not far away, Weeds. He's, we probably had the 3 tools inside forward 50 for the first time this year. Consistently being down there. So we'll assess that to see how it works. But if he keeps launching at the ball like that, he'll start clunking a few.
Do you look at how you use Jesse Hogan? You played him quite deep towards the end. You seem to be more than playing a bit further afield, and you got that scoreboard impact out of him. Do you reassess that over the next few weeks?
Yeah, look, we've had some success with Jesse there. We've had some success with Tom there. We've had some success with Jake Melksham there, and Bailey Fritz, did a pretty good job today. So we'll continue to share that load. But I thought Jesse started in the second half to get back into the form that we've seen, and that's probably another positive to come out of the day. That he's probably a little bit quiet early, but he worked his way into the game late.
Just the protected zone, I think Melksham probably ran through it, but one was maybe borderline. You just have to keep reinforcing it to them, or...
Yeah, clearly something happened this weekend. There's been a lot on this weekend, so we'll just keep reinforcing it and getting better at it. I think everyone knows the rule. Clearly it's been officiated quite strongly this weekend.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.